Shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yasha Allah. Real quick, I want to come to y'all on this pre-Shabbat and make a few announcements of what's coming up. Mainly to get y'all ready and prepared for the feast day season. All right, the holy day season. All right, that's what's coming up. That's very important to keep our feast days, high holy days. I know there's a lot going on in the nation. Y'all want to talk about the sensationalism and the hype, and we'll get to that in other videos and camps or whatever. But today, shalom, everybody. All right, good day, good afternoon. All right, still morning for me on the West Coast, but good morning, good afternoon, whatever coast you on. Good night, good evening, wherever the hell you at in the world. Nah. But anyway, Israel, shalom. I wanted to get an early announcement on the feast holy day season this year because according to HOI calendar and calculations for this year, the feast day season falls kind of early. So I don't want y'all hitting me up at the last minute. Oh, when is Day of Atonement? When is Feast of Trumpets? When is Feast of Tabernacles? Oh, I need to get the time off from my job. And because as much as we put the calendar out there, we update whatever, a lot of y'all just don't know, you forget, or whatever the case may be. So I wanted to get an early start. It's already July 1st, July 2nd, Salakia. It's already July, and the feast day season is about 2 months away. All right, it's early this year. It falls early in September. Now, of course, you're going to see some camps who have different dates. Don't trip on that. Israel, Judges 5 and 11, we rehearsing the righteous acts. Anybody gets simple and want to argue with you about dates, don't worry about that. Just let them know I'm a member of HOI or I'm a follower of HOI, and I go by the calendar that the elders set down each year. And if they want to debate about calculations and all that, don't get into all that because Israel is simple. All right, nowadays, Israel might shoot at you because you got a different doctrine. I don't mean to laugh because that's not funny, but I'm pretty sure y'all heard what happened with Brother Gorilla Hebrew and the Sakari. Shout out to the Sakari camp. Glad y'all brothers are well and the Most High delivered y'all from that terrible incident. And we know what y'all want, the sensationalism. We'll talk about that in another time or whatever. But all praise to the Most High, Yahweh Shai, that Gorilla Hebrew and the Sakari brothers, the Sakari camp congregation body was delivered from that tragedy that happened in I think they was in Seattle, I believe. Thank the Most High, for delivering the brothers because they out there doing the work, and all praises. But I say that to say, it's not worth getting into these disagreements about doctrines with Israel. It's just getting, even though we know it was getting to that point, this is nothing, none of this stuff really shocks me. But because we knew it was going to get to that point. I always like to read the scripture in St. John 16, 1 through 4, where Yahushua said they would think that they would kill you. They that kill you would think that they do the will of the Most High. All right, so I say all that to say again, differences about doctrine, leave that alone, Israel. Stay the hell away from that as much as you can, because people want to kill you now because you disagree. It's getting pathetic in Israel, but it don't shock me, Shalom, Amina. It don't shock me because the scriptures warn us about this time, and it's going to get worse. Y'all didn't see nothing yet. I'm going to get into that a little bit later. It's gonna get worse. So in my opening, I just once again say all that to say that, when you disagree, it's best to just stay far away from Israel with disagreements about doctrines in this day and age. You disagree with somebody, they want to get mad, they want to get emotional, they want to get, they may mess around and want to kill you. So don't debate with people about dates and all that. If y'all want a clear understanding on dates and calculations, Y'all can email us, contact us, whatever. But don't get into all that, Israel. All right, now we're in the time to focus on these laws, statutes, and commandments. Well, like I like to say, it's always been a time for that. Focus on this work, your household, keeping the commandments, staying safe in these last days, and just doing your part for the nation. Let us brothers that's on the front line out there doing the work on stage one, so to speak, for lack of a better expression, let us, we're the ones putting our lives in danger. Shalom and Yinya. We're the ones putting our lives in danger on the front line. So you concentrate on keeping these commandments, reading these scriptures daily, praying, doing what you got to do, fasting, staying in the spirit, keeping strong, trying to keep your household strong, living healthy, eating healthy, whatever, exercising, whatever. Concentrate on just keeping yourself maintained as much as you can in these last days, because it's about to get hectic. Us on the front line, putting our lives on the line out there for this gospel and this truth, let us be the front line for y'all, all right? We doing this for y'all. We doing this for our nation, all right? Shalom, Nava. All right, Sister Nava, shalom. We're doing this for our nation, well, of course, for ourselves and our households and our own salvation. And what Terrence Jefferson said, I will kill you over the 12 tribes chart. Yeah. Israel is something else, man. But, and like I said, I don't mean to laugh, but you got to laugh before you cry, like the scriptures say. But I rejoice. Listen, Israel, rejoice. Shalom, Yerumya. HR Buffalo 716 in the building. Call me Shala. I laugh to keep from crying. So, y'all know that saying. And I laugh with rejoicing. You know why? Because Yahweh Shah said this time would come. It's gotta get worse before it gets better. I know you want it to get better before it gets worse, but it's gotta get bad in these last days, because it's got to fulfill prophecy. All right, so they will try to kill you for disagreements in doctrine, because Israel hate each other, because they may be part of the 2/3, they may not even be of the 1/3, and that's not even talking about we got to face. Well, this is Israelites in the truth, right? Now we got to face the 2/3 Israelites that hate the gospel because they of Satan. Then you got to worry about Esau and the other nations. All these forces coming up against you because you're trying to do the work of the Most High. All right, let me just read this real quick. Revelation 2 and 10. I don't want to get sidetracked because we're going to, of course, we'll be talking about that in weeks and months to come in camps, videos, or whatever. But that's not what this video is really about. I just want to give everybody a heads up on the feast day season. But let me read this real quick. And this is all going back to what I originally said about people disagreeing on doctrine. Like our feast day season, when I say our, meaning HOI and other brothers that follow the calendar and calculate the dates the same way. Like during the Passover, there was a lot of confusion and tension during the Passover because some brothers felt like you're not doing it in the spring season, that our Passover was a little too early. Their Passover was at the end of April. Ours at the end of March. But we explained our position with scripture in various videos during that season. But brothers got upset. Brothers got damn near blood vessels busting out of their brain, angry. And, some brothers, I talked to some brothers. They said, that's how Israel get. And I know because I've been there. Israel would get you like that, but at the same time, you can't really let Israel get you out of the spirit like that or get you so upset. Listen, rehearse the righteous acts and let the Most High and Yahweh Shai do the rest. If somebody's totally wrong, me personally, if somebody's totally wrong, but they're doing it innocently, they're saying this is the research I've done and this is what I see, I cannot force them to see something different. If I feel and know in my spirit that they're wrong, I'm going to pray for them and then may the Most High correct them. I'm not going to get a goddamn brain aneurysm, upset, a shoot at a nigga. I'm not going to do all that because we disagree. But that's the state of the nation right now. But the Most High said these things would happen. This is still fulfillment of prophecy. So you got to rejoice at the same time. As sad as it is, you got to be happy too, because it's the time we living in. Revelation 2:10. Because, Salakia, that's 3 and 10, Salakia, y'all. That's a good one too. You know what I'm saying? Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. We already got Esau the devil. Remember, we on a Southern poverty law list, and we also got CIA, FBI, all the alphabet boys. They call us the alphabet camps, but the alphabet boy law enforcement agencies, we got all them looking at us. We got the Illuminati looking at us. Oh yeah, they looking at us because we waking our people up by the numbers, by the thousands. You can say what you want to say about the camps. You can say what you want to say about One West. You can say what you want to say about me, any brother, any camp leader or elder that's on the front line, any senior men, any younger men, any men out there that's doing the work. You can say what you want. But the gospel is being taught. Young men are waking up left and right. And that's due to the spirit and the power of the Most High and Yahweh. You think this Bible is a lie? No. The Most High said there was going to be a great awakening in the end. And that's a lot of that work is due to the camps. Not to pat ourselves on the back or be proud or puffed up or act like we're doing more than anybody else. But a lot of that is due to the work that the brothers is putting in on them streets. You can't deny it. It is what it is. Now, I'm not saying anybody else teaching the gospel in your home, on a video, whatever the case may be. Knock yourself out. I'm not saying you're not waking up people also. But the gospel and the work is being done on a high level on them highways and byways. It is what it is. You can see it. And thank the Most High is waking up a lot of young men. So you think Esau like that? No. He want our young brothers in the graveyard. So we got to worry about Esau locking us up, persecuting us, and everything for this gospel. It says that ye may be tried. That's going to be for a trial. The Most High going to test your faith. He's going to test your bravado for this truth. It says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. See that? All right. One of my favorite scriptures when it comes to the persecution we're going to go through for this truth. All right. Be faithful unto death, and Yahweh and Yahweh Shai will give us a crown of life. Be willing to give your life for this truth. You stand out there in a camp teaching the gospel, and a brother comes up with a disagreement. You try to defend the gospel, and you try to say, well, brother, let's reason together. I'm not talking to a lot of these dudes, straight up. Especially if you're not coming correct. If you come in a certain spirit, we may can have a dialogue and a brotherly debate or reasoning. Okay, I'll call it reasoning. But most of you cats with your I don't care what the doctrine is. It can be about the calendar, Negro, Esau's not the white man. We don't have to keep the law, the feet, whatever. Don't come to me with it. I'm not interested in talking to you, reasoning with you, nothing. Because a lot of you dudes are emotional like women, and when there's a disagreement about doctrine or whatever the case may be, you want to get violent, you want to get insulting, you want to get disrespectful. And it's not that brothers can't deal with that smoke. It's just, imagine if we get on the spirit of, all right, let's start getting as aggressive as these people do when they disagree with. Imagine if a lot of stuff didn't happen in Israel because the brothers that's doing the work sincerely is ignoring it, and we stand back. We not feeding into that. But imagine if we fed into that madness. Imagine all the threats and everything that y'all send to brothers over disagreement about doctrine, and we fed into that. And we took it to the next level. Come on, man. What we going to have in Israel? A bunch of nigger bloodshed. So we be in the spirit like, you just ignore them cats. They get too emotional over disagreement about doctrine. Yo, let's just do the work and do what we got to do. But imagine if we fed into it. But guess what? Some brothers are fed up now. So now you going, what brothers is like, oh yeah, that's how you want to carry it? So I say all that to say, I don't want to get off into a tangent, Israel, because we're going to address that in later videos, camps, whatever, weeks and months to come. But let's just learn to disagree on doctrine in the spirit of Hamashiach Yahushua. How about that? But the scriptures told us at the same time, don't fear none of this, because this would happen, this would come. Even from fellow Israelites in the truth, even from the 2/3 Jakes and Eves, even from other camps, you're going to have camp on camp banging in the last days, like we see. Even camps that kind of almost got the same doctrine, they be getting at each other. I've been threatened by other camps. It's ridiculous. Over disagreement, over a different camp, over we not all together, whatever. But it'll get worse before it gets better. Let's pray. Stay in the spirit, fast, stay strong, stay in your scriptures, stay steadfast. Stay with your brothers and sisters that you labor with. Keep it strong and keep doing this work. Fear none of the things that you shall suffer. Right? Be faithful unto death, and Yahweh Shai, when he makes his second coming, he will give thee the crown of life. Yeah, it is sad, Brother Elijah. Yeah, it is sad. But without further ado, once again, shout out to our brother Sakari, Guerrilla Hebrew, the Sakari camp, Salakia. Thank the Most High, he preserved them. We'll get into that a little bit more another time. But anyway, back to the fact of the matter. The holy day season is coming upon us. All right, so real quick, y'all, I just want to show y'all what's new. All right. So before we get into the actual feast day season coming up, I have the new, some of y'all been asking me, so I have the new menorahs. Well, some of them I had already, but I'm going to still show y'all. I have the new menorahs for sale. You can email me at houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com or inbox me on here. Pre-order your menorahs now for the holy day season. Yes, you need your menorahs for Feast of Trumpets, Day of Atonement, and Feast of Tabernacles. It's good to have them also there for this holy day season coming up also. So we're getting an early start so everybody can prepare. You can prepare mentally, spiritually, and physically. All right, so first one I have is the 7-inch, all right, with the Shalom on one side and the Jerusalem on another. That's the 7-inch. All right, if you can see that. This is real good for a desktop or, a small setup, like your small Sabbath setups or whatever. And you could burn your menorahs for the Feast of Trumpets, Day of Atonement, and Feast of Tabernacles. That's the 7-inch with Jerusalem on one side, Shalom on one side, and Jerusalem on the other side, and the symbols of all the 12 tribes. All right? All right, that's the first one. The next one, I'll go by size up. The next one is the 12-inch. That's the 12-inch with the Jerusalem shells on it. It has the Jerusalem shells on it. All right, the 12-inch with the Jerusalem shells on it. These shells on it, they say Jerusalem. And then they got the regular shells on it. That's the 12-inch, all right? 12-inch, all right? I don't discuss prices over here, so you got to inbox me for pricing and ordering details, all right? This next one is the 15-inch. I got to back up a little bit because this is large. This is the 15-inch, all right? That's the 15-inch menorah with the different ball designs going around on the branches. All right, that's the 15-inch menorah. Inbox me for ordering details and pricing if you're interested. You got 2 whole months. Get an early start on your menorahs. You got 2 whole months. And this one is the Grande. This is the 18-inch. All right, this is the large 18-inch. This also has Shalom on it in modern Hebrew. It has Shalom or Shalom on it. Some of y'all Hebrew scholars say the Y is not to be pronounced, but that's another story. Shalom or Shalom. in the modern Hebrew, and then it has Jerusalem in English on the other side. All right, this is the 18-inch. All right, this is the 18-inch menorah. This is the one of the bigger ones I have, the 18-inch. All right, and they're all 7 branches, of course, pursuant to Zechariah 4:2 and Revelations, the first chapter. I think it's verse 20 or 21. The 7 branch menorahs, 7 candlesticks. All right. So those are the four of the ones I have right now. I have more. I have 24-inch. I have 16.5-inch. I have 36-inch, and even bigger. All right. And then smaller. I have 10-inch. I have 5-inch, 6-inch, 9-inch. All right, so, get at me if you're interested. It's 2 months. It's only July 2nd. The Holy Day season starts September 6th at evening. That's a Monday. That's the Feast of Trumpets, the highest holy day of the year. All right? Let's go to Leviticus. Before I go there, Salakia, once again. Salakia, y'all. Let me tighten this up. I want y'all looking in my house at my suitcases. I'm getting ready to pack up to head back out again to D.C. for the Unity Camp. But once again, those are the 4 I have: 7-inch, 12-inch, 15-inch, and 18-inch right now. But other sizes, you can inquire about other sizes. You can order at houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com, or you can inbox me here on Facebook. That's House of Israel. Israel spelled ISRAEL. I as in instinct, S as in Sam, R as in Ralph, A as in Apple, E as in Ever, L as in Larry, NYC@gmail.com. House of Israel NYC@gmail.com, or inbox me, DM me here on Facebook. All right. Get your menorahs. Like I said, I don't really discuss price in here. You can hit me. The 15-inch, I got a deal on the 15 inches. All right, I got a deal on these 15-inch menorahs. There's a deal on these. I got a special deal and discount price on those for the brothers and sisters, okay? Got little things hooked up, so I'm able to give y'all a better price, all right? Because I don't really do this for the money. I do this to hook Israel up, I always say it because you got to put it out there, because Israel will get simple. All right, the elder is just worried about money. He's just making merchandise of the people. You know what I'm saying? Which is a damn lie, because, I've fed Israel with this truth for years, and I'm going to continue to do it. The work ethic speaks for itself, so don't get simple, Israel. But I don't really do this for a lot of money. It's not, I just do it so Israel could get their menorahs. Y'all ask me for this stuff. When it comes to garments or anything I've done, y'all have asked me for this stuff over the years, and people just kept asking, so I said, okay, let me get this stuff for y'all and get it to y'all. But anyway, I digress. That's neither here nor there. But get your menorahs for the fee. You got 2 whole months. Pre-order now, so when September 6th comes and the feast day season starts, you'll have your menorahs. I got the candles. I got the olive oil burners. However you want to burn and light your menorah, just get at me. houseofisraelnyc.com, or inbox me here, DM me here on Facebook. All right? So, without further ado, this year, let's go to Leviticus 23. Leviticus 23:1. This year, the feast day season is falling early. So now y'all know we call it the holy day season, although there's feast days all throughout the year. There's new moons, there's different other feast days the Most High gave us throughout the year. But this is what we call the high holy day season, or the feast day season. All right, because during the summertime, you only have new moons. All right, June, July, and August, all you have is new moons. All right, because there's no feast days really during the summer unless you have a late first fruits, because of your calendar, your 7 weeks you count from the Passover. You have a late first fruits. But other than that, June, July, August, you only have new moons. Every year is going to be You're always going to get that, especially July and August. All you're going to have is the new moon. You might have the first fruits. Shalom, Daniel in the building, HOI 716. You may have the first fruits in June, at the beginning to middle of June, maybe a little later in June. But July and August, all you're going to have is new moons, all right? September, going into October, that starts your feast day season. Leviticus 23:1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasha'Allah, and say unto them, concerning the feast of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. So we got to proclaim it to y'all, make a proclamation that the Most High's feast days are coming. You need to gather together and keep them. Now, because of the time that we're living in, we're going to start gathering more, because it's going to start getting so hectic and crazy. Like I said earlier, y'all seen they just tried to kill our brother Alazar and the rest of the camp in Seattle. So it's going to start getting rougher and rougher to go out there and teach. Now, don't get me wrong. We're going to teach this gospel until the Most High show us or say to us or whatever, give us a sign, whatever. We're going to teach this gospel on them streets until the Most High just say, look, that's it. Until it's just too hectic, too crazy. They got martial laws. Cities are locked down. Blocks are locked down. You know, we got to obey the higher powers. But as long as the Most High make a way, Shalom, for us to teach this word, we're going to teach this word. Look at the pandemic, the plandemic. Look at 2020 and 2021. It was lockdown, but we were still out there on the street. Police robbed by us. What are you guys? Okay, and most cities, the Most High had the law enforcement confounded. We was in Atlanta teaching in May of 2020, and the damn Atlanta police, Edomite police, he rolled by us, and the man looked like he was happy to see somebody outside. He's like, oh, okay, guys, you know. Like, he was just happy to see somebody on the street, and we condemning his damn kingdom and his wickedness. Remember 2020 when all that police killing and protesting was going on, George Floyd and all that. You know, no matter pandemic or not, it wasn't stopping them from killing niggas. All right, nothing never stops them from killing our people. But we got to proclaim holy convocations, and we got to get in the spirit of getting ready to gather more, because it's about to get so hectic. It's about to turn up. We told y'all this time was coming. So we got to get in that spirit of holy convocation and gathering more, because that time is coming. All right, the Most High said, even these are my feasts. All right, 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Shabbat of rest and holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. You shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of Yahweh in all your dwellings. So, of course, like tonight, sundown, we got about 8-9 more hours before the Most High. Well, for West Coast, some of y'all, you know, you got less time on your coast for the sun to go down. And it'll be the Shabbat day. No work, rest, you know, no buying and selling. You know, y'all know the laws of the Sabbath, the Shabbat. All right, Leviticus 23:4. These are the feasts of Yahweh, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. Now, why did I read that? Most of y'all probably like, we know Leviticus 23. Talk about Bill Cosby. No. Y'all love y'all sensationalism. But anyway, and we'll talk about Bill Cosby and other topics. All right? We know y'all love the hype and the drama. But I'm just having fun with y'all. But the reason why I'm reading this, because there was a controversy this year, a big controversy about the discrepancy in the dates. Starting from Passover and the New Year, there was a lot of controversy and tension, like it is a lot of years. But this year, because a lot of camps kept the Passover that end of March season, and it was like split down the middle this year, especially with One West camps. There was camps that kept the Passover at the end of March. We explained all that during the Passover and during the New Year services. If you need to understand that, go back to them videos. If you didn't see the video, inbox me. I'll share it with you. And then some other camps, they moved the Passover to the end of April because they were saying it was out of season. So I say all that to say, but the reason why I'm reading this, we all know Leviticus 23. We should know by now, being in this truth. That's the feast days. All right, but because of the feast day season falling early on our calendar, in the next 2 months, there's going to be a lot of controversy again. So I'm giving y'all a heads up. Now, the feast days supposed to fall in their different seasons. Normally, you would have the Feast of Tabernacles, Atonement, whatever, fall around the fall season. This year is falling a little early. All right. The fall equinox normally comes in September 20th, September 21st. That will be the Feast of Tabernacles. The Feast of Tabernacles starts on September 20th, Monday, September 20th at even, which will be in the fall season. Now, the new moon comes 2 weeks before that, but it's still within that same season. It's not like we 2 months or a month or whatever the case may be, even though it is going to be a month apart, because some of y'all going to see some of the camps, their memorial blowing of the trumpets, their high new moon is going to be in October. It's going to be probably October 5th, I believe, or something like that. At even, 5th, 6th, somewhere around there. So I'm bringing this out to show you we're not way off season, because the Feast of Tabernacles still starts during the fall season. September 20th, September 21st, you know when the fall starts. All right, so I'm saying all that to say you're going to see that controversy come up this year, because some brothers are going to say you're doing it too early, but it's all within the same season. Even the one in October, that'll still be in the fall season. All right, if y'all with me, give me a con 777. I don't want to confuse y'all. All right, so that's what I'm saying that to y'all. That's why I'm bringing this out to y'all, because the feast days have to fall in their season. So, but because we're a little early, sometimes your calculations, yeah, that's right, Brother Elijah, rehearse the righteous acts. All right, and don't pull out a gun on me and shoot at me because my feast is a little bit earlier than yours. All right, don't come to my tent. Israel is so goddamn evil. Don't come to my tent. Don't find out where we camping at for Feast of Tabernacles and come to my tent and say, brother, you got the wrong date. You wrong. I'm going to shoot at you. And then I got to run from my damn tent. I got to run into the forest from my tent. All right? I don't mean to make this, because it's not a joke, but I'm just saying this. Y'all know the old expression, you got to laugh to keep from crying. So don't find out a campgrounds that we camping at, or I'm camping at my house or wherever. Some people camp out in their backyard. Wherever you're going to set up your tent at this year for Tabernacles, we'll go approach that brother and debate about his calendar. Nigga, you got the wrong calendar. Baby, give me the 9. Come on, Israel. What type of stupidity? It tells us in Proverbs 1, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? And a scorner's delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. You know what a knowledgeable man would do? Hey, brother, we got different dates. I want us to be able to come on one accord one day. Can we discuss our calculations of the calendar? And maybe I can see what you bringing out, or you can see what I'm bringing out. And come on, right? You can see what I'm bringing out, and I can see what you bringing out, and then maybe we can come to understand. Maybe I'll see your point, or you'll see my point, and we'll change up how we calculate the feast days and get on one accord, and we'll be keeping the feast at the same time. That's why I'm bringing this out, Israel, because Israel will disagree about the smallest thing and want to kill you, want to get emotional, want to make videos about you, want to keep your name in their mouth. That's another thing, brother. Shut the hell up. Stop having men's name in your mouth all the time. This brother teach this. This can't teach that. That can't teach that. That brother over there. Just teach. Whatever you believe in, just teach. All right? Yeah, debate thy cause. It tells you that in Proverbs. Debate your cause. It tells us in Isaiah, even though that was the Most High talking to us in Isaiah 1, it says, come now, let us reason together. So I'm bringing out Leviticus 23, 1 through 4. Something very basic. You know, y'all should know Leviticus 23 by now. But to show you, it is a discrepancy about the feast day season. But some years, your feast days are going to fall a little bit early. Maybe a little bit early before that season actually comes in. Like this year, I think we had the new moon around March 12th. Yeah, I think the new moon was March 12th that brought in the new year. Now, the vernal or spring equinox was 9 days after that. But it was still within that season. It wasn't like 9 months or 2 months or whatever. It was just a couple of days difference, a week and 2 days. Then once the Passover came in, we were actually in the spring season. So it's the same thing with tabernacles trumpets, atonement, and tabernacles this year. Trumpets and atonement is going to be a little bit early, but by the time we get into tabernacles, we will be into the fall season. And once the tabernacles ends, because the closing of tabernacles is sundown, Monday sundown 27th, but it officially over Tuesday sundown 28th. That's when the sun goes down. It's over. You will be a week into the spring season. So it's just a couple of days, couple of weeks difference. That's all. And sometimes your feast days are going to fall early like that in order for the calendar to catch up with itself. It's kind of difficult. We'll explain it. We've explained it in other videos, but because of leap year and the Adar 2, and you got to add a new moon to the calendar, a 13th new moon, this is why these things happen. That's why. Because if you try to do a 12-month rotation every year, your feast day, you'll end up starting 5-6 years from now, you'll have Passover in November, which is way out of season. So every once in a while, you got to skip a month. You got to add a month. You got to start your season a little bit early to keep the calendar flowing for the most part. Most years, Passover is going to be in early to mid-April. Once in a while, every 3, 4, 5 years is going to be late March. But most of the time, it's going to be April. So I say all that to say, the next 2 months, when the feast day, the next 2 to 3 months, when the feast day season come up, you're going to start seeing the controversy. All right, so I'm just preparing y'all, Israel, and I'm letting y'all know to start getting ready if you're going to keep it along with us. So the dates are as follows. Any questions, y'all can feel free to type them in, but this is just a short video. I just want to announce this and get y'all prepared. So the dates are as follows. Feast of Trumpets, which is also the highest new moon of the year on the Hebrew calendar. That will start Monday, September 6th at even this year. Make a note of it. It's in the title. I'm saying it. Mark it on your calendars. If you don't have a feast day calendar already, contact us to get one. So that will be Memorial of Blowing of Trumpets, or the highest new moon of the year. All right. That's the high new moon. Sundown, September 6th. You pray. You open up with prayer. You burn your incense. You can light your menorahs. Burn your incense, your frank and myrrh. Anoint your family. Number 6, 22 to 27. Say the anointing prayer over your family. Say the Lord's Prayer. Any other general prayers you want to say. Psalms 121, Psalms 23, whatever. And you read about the Feast of Trumpets, which is Leviticus 23, 23 to 25. Yeah, Leviticus 23 to 25. And you read scriptures on the new moon in general. You read scriptures on the trumpets in general. How the memorial blowing of the trumpets, Numbers 10. Matthew 24, when the trumpet is going to be sounded at Yahweh's return. Because it's also a celebration of that. It's a celebration of the different times that we blew the trumpet and the ram's horn and the silver horns in Israel's history. All right, and when that day come up, we'll explain it more and get deeper into it. All right, so that's memorial, blowing of trumpets. It's the highest new moon. It's a Sabbath. It falls on September 6th, 2021 at evening this year. All right, the next one. All right, all these feast days, I'm reading about the three main holy feast days. It's Leviticus 23, verse 23 through verse 44. That's where you'll read about all three feast days of the holy day season that I'm speaking about. Feast of Trumpets, Feast Day of Atonement, and Feast of Tabernacles. So the next one is Day of Atonement, Leviticus 23, 26 through 32. Leviticus 23, verses 26 through 32. We won't read it, but I'll give y'all an overview. Day of Atonement, all right? All right? The Day of Atonement, this year, it's Wednesday, September 15th at even. What is the Day of Atonement? Atonement means reconciliation. All right, Yom Kippur, or Yom Kippurim, as we say in the Hebrew tongue. Yom meaning day, Kippur means atone, Kippurim means atonement. All right, like the so-called white Jews say, Yom Kippur. That's modern Hebrew that they are pronouncing it in. All right, now, but Day of Atonement, which starts this year at Wednesday, September 15th, 2021 at even. All right, shalom, everybody. That's the day that we fast. 24-hour complete dry fast. No water, nothing. Because I know y'all going to ask me about it. All right. 24-hour complete fast from sundown to sundown to ask the Most High to forgive you of your sins for the year and to move forward and have a better, stronger, and more productive spiritual year in the Most High Yahweh Shai with less sin and less offenses to your brothers and sisters. That's what the Day of Atonement is about. All right, Leviticus 23, 26 through 32. Let me read this in Sirach 17. I'm gonna just give y'all a little bit because we will have videos coming up to prepare y'all. All right. This is let me see what I want. All right. Sirach 17 and I'm going to start at 24. Sirach 17, 24. But unto them that repent, he granted them return and comforted those that failed in patience. So the Most High said when you repent, he grants you return unto him. He allows you to return unto him spiritually. All right, verse 25. Turn again to the Most High Yahweh and turn away from iniquity. For he will lead thee out of darkness into the light of health. And hate thou abomination vehemently. No, that was 26. Salakia, 25. Salakia. Return unto Yahweh and forsake thy sins. Make thy prayer before his face and offend less. So that's what you're supposed to do on the Day of Atonement. All right? When the Day of Atonement comes, you fast for your sins and you ask the Most High to acknowledge your repentance and you offend less. You offend the Most High less. Yahweh shine the angels, and you offend each other less. All right? Meaning what? You're supposed to do better in the year to come. That's what the Day of Atonement is about. So prepare yourself mentally and spiritually for that now. You got 2 months, 2 whole months in advance. 3 whole months according to your calendar. For those that's keeping the Day of Atonement later, knock yourself out. Don't shoot at me for disagreeing with you. All right, please. All right, and I'm dead serious because that's where it's going with Israel now. You disagree with somebody with doctrine, they want to kill you. They want to threaten to kill you, all right? Or they want to call you on video chat with a damn AR-15 or a 9mm. Or they want to send you pictures of them holding an AK-47. Yeah, nigga. What the fuck is going on with Israel? But I digress. But anyway, that's your calculations. There will be some confusion this year during the holy day season. This is a big season for Israel. So around this time, Passover, Hanukkah, there's going to be some confusion this year because you're going to see the difference in dates. It's going to be a month difference in dates or a 2-week difference in dates for those that co-sign to the full moon being the new moon. That's something else. But anyway, according to HOI calculations, our body of followers and members, that's the dates we're going to keep it on. Please don't crucify us, don't judge us, don't yell at us, curse us out, beat us up, pull out a knife or a gun on us, shoot at us. All right, report us to the CIA. It's just a difference in dates, Israel. That's all it is. All right? So the next feast day, that's Day of Atonement, once again, September 15th, Wednesday, September 15th, 2021 at even. The next date is Feast of Tabernacles. All right, Feast of Tabernacles, which starts this year on, so like the scriptures is Leviticus 23, verses 33 to 44. Leviticus 23, verses 33 to 44. All right, and this year it starts on Monday, exactly 2 weeks after the Feast of Trumpets. It's always that way because it's the new moon. It's the 15th day. It's 14 days at even, at sundown. So it's the 15th day, going into the 15th day. It will start this year, Monday, September 20th. Monday, September 20th, 2021 at even. Monday, September 20th, 2021 at even. You can go camping. You can dwell in your tents, your booths. All of the Israelites born, we supposed to dwell in tents or booths. All right, for 7. If you can't do 7 days, Salaki, y'all, people keep calling me. That, you know, everybody don't know that I'm live, but probably to ask me something they know already. No, I'm just messing with Israel. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, you're supposed to dwell in tents for 7 days. If you can't do 7 days, do 2, do 3, whatever. Rehearse the righteous acts. Do the best you can. If you can, sleep and dwell in your tent, your booth, whatever the case may be, your teepee, all right, your cabin, all right, do that for 7 days, okay? If you can go camping, find a camping location in your city, your town, go and camp out. We supposed to dwell in tents or booths for 7 days. It's a reminder of when we came out of the wilderness and we wandered through the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights. And, no, Salakia, for 40 years, Salakia. And we had temporary housing. We didn't have permanent housing. We dwelt in tents or booths or temporary housing while we dwelt in the wilderness. It's a reminder of that when we came out of Egypt. So you dwell in your tent. If you're not able to camp out or dwell in your tent, your house becomes your tent or your booth. For your 7 days, 8 days really, because there's 7 days in a tent, then it's the 8th day at sundown. It's an 8-day feast. You celebrate the 1st and the 8th day. And you can celebrate the 7th day and the days in between. So you your house becomes your tent. So on Monday, September 20th, 2021 at even, once again, you say your prayers, read your Psalms. You read Leviticus 23 through 44. We'll have other scriptures you can read on the Feast of Tabernacles also. I'm just giving you the main ones in Leviticus 23. You pray with your family, cook a nice meal, and rejoice. And you rejoice for 7 days. And all the days of Tabernacles, you can do something. All the 8 days, you can celebrate. Then Monday, sundown, September 27th, that's the closing. You do it again. You have a service, you cook, you rejoice, and everything. And then Tuesday, sundown, it's over. But you do the service Monday, sundown, because that's bringing in the 8th day. I don't want to confuse y'all. Are y'all with me? You put a con 777 if you're with me. But I felt that this video was important to give y'all an early start on the season this year. Because I don't want y'all calling me on September 16th saying, when is the Day of Atonement? You missed it, brother. You missed it, sister. It was last night at even. All right, so we're giving y'all a heads up. And I'm going to try to have this video ripped. And I'm going to try to have this video ripped and posted everywhere I can get it posted. All right, posted everywhere I can get it posted on. Shalom, everybody. Sister Jessica. Brother Jam and Simeon in the building. Brother Laquad, Isaiah Ben Israel. Shalom, everybody. Everybody that's just coming in or been here for a while, I didn't see you. So, we trying to get you an early start. Like I said, I'm going to try to have this video posted on various of our YouTube channels. It's here on Facebook Live and wherever else we can get it, so y'all can have a heads up, so nobody can really say, I didn't see the video, Elder, or I missed the feast. Write it. Put it in your notes. Get the day off from work. Get the days off from work. Especially Day of Atonement. Or hell, especially all the days. You know, you wanna be freed up for the feast days. All right, so once again, let me run it down. September 6th. September 6th, Monday, September 6th at even is the Feast of Trumpets, the highest new moon of the year. Leviticus 23, 23 to 25, Numbers 10, 1 through 10. All right, giving y'all little scriptures, a little extra y'all can read on the Feast of Trumpets. That's the highest new moon of the year, and it's the day that we remember all the different times that we blew the trumpets in Israel, and it's a prelude to Yahweh's second coming, when the trumpet is going to be blown by the angels before Yahweh's second coming. You know, like y'all ever watched the movie The Purge? And whenever the Purge was over at 7 a.m. in the morning, if you watch the Purge series, there's a new Purge movie coming out too, the Forever Purge. All right, so might do a breakdown on that. Hint, hint. All right, hint, hint. Nah, it's like you. But when you watch the movies The Purge, when you see whenever the Purge is over or whenever the Purge starts, is they're emulating the return of Yahweh. That's what we're going to hear from the heavens before Yahweh shall make his second coming. So that's when we celebrate the memorial blowing of the trumpets, it's actually looking forward to the trumpet being sounded when Yahweh shall make his second coming. So that's a beautiful thing. That's Matthew 24, I believe, started 29. All right, on down. All right, so that's the importance of the Feast of Trumpets also. It's remembering the past, the present, as well as the future. All the trumpet, times in between. All right, once again, that's September 26, 2021 at even, the Feast of Trumpets. Memorial blowing of the trumpets, 7th and highest new moon of the year. All right. The so-called white Jews call it Rosh Hashanah, which comes from the ancient Paleo-Hebrew Ra'ash Shana, which means the head of the year. Which it is the head of the secular year. When we exacted debts, we freed our slaves, we gave the land a rest, the year of Jubilee, so on and so forth. But it's not the beginning of the year. There's a difference. The beginning of the year is the new moon that comes in before the Passover. So it is a new secular and civil year, but it's not the beginning of the year. So when you hear the so-called white Jews say that I'm celebrating the new year, it's not the technical new year. They're right to a degree, but it's the civil and secular new year. It's not the beginning. It's not the beginning of the year. The new year as far as the beginning. And we'll explain more of that when, we do the lesson and everything. So the next one, once again, is Day of Atonement. Very important day of the year. Very important day of the year. Start gearing yourself up spiritually now. Leviticus 23, 26 to 32. Leviticus 23, 26 to 32. And also Sirach 28, verses 1 through 8. Or 1 through 9. All right. Also, Matthew's 6 with the Lord's Prayer. Matthew 6, 14 and 15, I believe. All those give you the forgiveness scriptures. The forgiveness, asking the Most High for forgiveness and asking your brother and sister for forgiveness. Day of Atonement, Wednesday, September 15th, 2021 at even. You do a complete dry fast, 24 hours from sundown to sundown. So like you're asking the Most High to forgive you of your sins for the entire year and for you to do better. And asking your brothers and sisters, if you offended them anytime throughout the year, asking them to forgive you. Kwam Yashala. All right, that's Leviticus 23, 26 to 32, and the date is Wednesday, September 15th, 2021 at even. The next one is, last but not least, the Feast of Tabernacles. That's when we dwell in booths or tents. You go camping, or if you got a nice big backyard, if you got a terrace, if you got a huge house, living room, wherever you can set up your tent. Starting Monday, September 20th at even, you dwell in your tent. If you can do it for 7 days, do it for 7 days. If you can camp for 7 days, camp for 7 days. If you can do a weekend, you can do 3 to 4 days, something. We're rehearsing the righteous acts, the most I understand, because of work, environment, whatever's going on. Hell, we don't know what's going on in the next 2 months. We may not be able to camp no goddamn where. Everybody might have to keep the tabernacles in their home. Lord forbid, because we like to gather together, but we're coming into that time, Israel, where we're going to be able to gather more amongst each other, or we're going to have to stay the hell in our homes because it's about to get real hectic out here. But that ain't stopping a damn thing. You can bring a damn nuclear missile to the damn camp. Most High will, if he say and give us the capacity to be out there, damn it, we're going to teach this gospel. All right, and that ain't about being all bold and simple and over righteous. No, but the Most High said, give your life for this truth. So, hey, you're going to shoot at me. You're going to launch a nuclear missile at me. You're going to drop a bomb on me, baby. Like Tulsa, Oklahoma, you're going to damn drop nitroglycerin over the damn camp. Hey, we got to suffer these things. You're going to crucify us like Yahweh Shah, behead us. You're going to take us to Obama's guillotines for this truth's sake? Hey, that's what we got to do. Y'all already seen, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't even bring out some of the stuff we recently went through. Y'all heard about what happened with Alizar and Sakari, but I didn't even bring it. Like I said, we'll address that in other videos. I'm just bringing out the craziness and the tension in these last days and how it coincides with us coming together more in these last days. You ain't going to have no choice because it's going to be so bad out here. You may want to go to camp and it's just too damn hectic out there. And that's where wisdom comes in. The Most High, like, you know, y'all did a lot of work in them streets. You know, back off now. It's just too crazy. Let me bring this judgment in. All right, but anyway, that's the time we living in. But we're hoping we can gather. So do the best you can to camp out. Our main gatherings are going to be in Atlanta. They're going to be in New York and Los Angeles. If you want to gather for the Feast of Tabernacles with HOI, those will probably be the 3 main areas that we'll probably be having camping at. West Coast, Los Angeles, which I'll probably be at. New York, Upper East, and shucks. And Atlanta. All right. Those will be our 3 main areas. Contact us if you want a fellowship for Feast of Tabernacles. You will be vetted. We have to know who you are. We have to check you out because this is camping. You coming amongst our families and our children. So we have to know who you are. All right. If we don't really know who you are, we may have to deny you and tell you to come to something more public until we get to know you, because this is amongst our families and different things, and we're going to be camping. So you have to be vetted in order to attend the feast. If you're a member and a part of the body of HO already, of course, don't worry about it. We know you, don't worry about it. But so once again, the dates for that is September 20th, 2021 at even, starting opening, and the closing ceremony will be Monday, September 27th, 2021 at even. Both of them are Sabbaths. The 8 days in between are not Sabbaths except for the regular Friday night Sabbath. And you can cook during that Sabbath because it's an 8-day feast. All right? Some Israelites over righteous and say don't cook because it's still a Sabbath. No. It's within the 8 days of the feast. You're rejoicing, you're feasting. That particular Sabbath during the tabernacles you can cook. All right? But the other days in between are not Sabbaths. It's just the first day and the 8th day and whatever Friday night to Saturday night sundown Sabbath comes in between. The rest of the days are not Sabbaths, but they are celebration days and part of the 8 days of the Feast of Tabernacles. So that's that. Once the sun goes down on September 28th, Tuesday, the feast is over. You know, you can go back, or if you want to keep rejoicing, hey, for the rest of the month, whatever. Those that are keeping it the month later in October, all praises. We are rehearsing the righteous acts. We got a couple of weeks, a month apart. It's all good. It's still being done within the fall season. All right, so all praises to Yahweh, Shema Mashiach Yahushua. And once again, hit me up, y'all. Get y'all menorahs for the feast day season. Y'all got 2 months. Pre-order now, because they'll go fast. So pre-order now. You got the 7-inch with Jerusalem and Shalom and the symbols of the different 12 tribes on it. They got Benjamin for the wolf and, you know, everything. All the different symbols for the tribes. All right, that's a 7-inch. 7-inch comes with the small candles you can light up in here. All right. This is the 12-inch with the Jerusalem shells on it. You see those shells say Jerusalem, the different shells say than the regular shells. All right, this is the 12-inch. All right, 12-inch. This is like a good medium size for all occasions. Desktop, when you're doing service, whatever, you know, that's a good size. Well, all the sizes, really. This is the 15-inch. Let me back up because this is a little larger. This is the 15-inch. So get, you know, your menorahs. You know, that's how it looks sitting on the table. But, you know, I'm trying to get y'all a visual. It's the 15-inch. All right. That's perfect for a nice service. Or if you got a congregation to set up on the table while you're doing the service. Or some of y'all congregate in your houses. You have a few brothers and sisters come over. You congregate in your house. That's good for the table. That's the 15-inch, all right? And the large candles or the olive oil burners go in here. All that, I can get all that for you. Most High will. Just hit me up. I don't discuss prices over the air. You got to inbox me for pricing and deets. And that 15-inch is on a special sale. All right, I'm giving a discount on that because, you know, I'm able to give y'all a better price. All praise to the Most High. So that 15-inch is on a discount. All right. See, I look out for y'all, Israel. This ain't about a money grab for me or the making merchandise for the people, elder. Wicked elders that want money. All right. This is about, you know, y'all having y'all menorahs. This is the 18-inch. The grande that has Jerusalem there on the front, and then it got Shalom in modern Hebrew on the back. All right. This is the 18-inch. All right. Let me back up a little bit for that. That's the 18-inch. There you go right there. That's the 18-inch. And I also have 16.5-inch and 24-inch. All right. But I don't have those to show right now. I have to put those back in stock, Salakia. But I got them. All right, so that's your 18-inch right there. All praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right, so if you're interested in Israel, put pre-order now. All right, pre-order now. Prices are fair. This is not really a money grab for me. Making merchandise of the nation, brother. All right, but I want to give y'all a heads up because it falls early this year. That was my main two things. It falls early this year. And the controversy y'all might see coming up in the next, the feast day season is so big, you know, there may be a controversy when the dates come up. So I just want to give y'all a heads up, Israel, all right? So get your menorahs, get your dates, get your calendars, everything in order. The rest of the year, we have just the new moons and we have the Hanukkah. After the Feast of Tabernacles, that's the only other major feast. And the new moons. But, you know, hey, it's 7 months into Esau's year, but, you know, you can still get the calendar. And then we'll be getting the calendar for 2022 going also. All right, but you can get the new moon calendars and feast day calendar for the rest of this year. So you have the dates and you can prepare. So everybody, man, put in now on your jobs so you can keep these feast days. Prophecy is happening fast. Things is turning up. It's getting crazy. It's getting hectic. You want to be able to gather amongst Israel and do these feast days in the spirit of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Get ready for what's about to come down, man. And like I said, man, these gatherings are important because we might be about to go to the level where we just can't be out there as much like that. That's how hectic it's getting. And you ain't escaping because they plan on coming into our houses. So as it gets more hectic out there, we might have to just start gathering more together as a nation. Your job might not be there. Your business may not be there. It might just be too hectic and bloodshed, too wild. Remember in the Apocrypha, it tells you the course of every man's action shall stand in their power. Law enforcement ain't going to be there. Like my brother Flavor Flav said, Public Enemy, 911 is really going to be a joke in that day. So it's about to get hectic, Israel, but we going to teach this damn word until them streets melt with nuclear fire. Once them streets are melted with nuclear fire, that's when we'll stop teaching, Most High will. Ain't no gun, knife, bazooka, tank, battering ram, nuclear missile, atomic bomb. Isaiah, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. All right, and if you kill us, guess what? Yahweh Shah gonna resurrect us when he make his second coming for this gospel's sake. 1 Thessalonians 4:13 through 18. By Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shah. All right, Israel. So inbox me. Hope y'all got edified. This is real basic. This was more of an announcement than anything. But hope y'all got edified. If y'all learned one thing from this lesson, I've done my job. I know y'all want the drama and the hype, and there's a lot going on in the news. We will be talking about that. Y'all know HOI, we hit them current events, not to take away from any other camp. Everybody do their thing in the spirit. But, you know, these announcements are just as important. The feast days and things of that nature, and giving y'all an early start so y'all could be prepared. All right, but there's a lot going on. We know there's a lot going on, and we will be hitting on some of that stuff. All right, all praise to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Also, in closing, the next feast, the next new moon, the next feast day coming up is Friday, July 9th, next week, a week from today at even on the Sabbath. Friday, sundown, July 9th, the new moon, 5th month. The next feast after that, or new moon, is Saturday, July 7th, 2021 at even new moon 6th month. So that's the two new moons coming up for the summer, and then your feast day season will be coming in. So get ready for all that. That's a blessing. Both new moons are falling on the weekend. So y'all should congregate. Y'all should have no excuses. All right, Friday, July 9th, 2021 at even new moon 5th month, and Saturday, August 7th, 2021 at even new moon 6th month. All right, so that's all your feast days coming up, all the way up to Feast of Tabernacles. No excuses. You should prepare, Israel. Get your calendar straight. And if all else fails, if you can't congregate, still keep it in your home. By Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. All right, so with that, I'm going to sign off, Israel. Pre-Sabbath, HOI to the chariots fly. All praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai throughout the four corners of the earth. Remember, we do this out of love, Israel. Hebrews 6:10 through 12. This is a labor of love. And let's get ready for the long haul. All right, it'll get worse before it gets better, but we got to get ready to put in this work, man. And if you're a brave soldier on the front line, none of this shall faze you. All right? Keep doing this work. Keep coming together for these feast days. Keep doing these sit-downs, these lessons, everything. Keep that righteous flood of this truth going. By Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. All right, so with that, once again, I'm going to sign off. Pre-Sabbath, HOI to the chariots fly. All praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Shout out to all the camps throughout the four corners of the earth. The Wada Yahweh, Yahweh Shai for delivering our Sakari brothers from a damn assassination attempt over disagreement about doctrine. HOI to the chariots fly. Hallelujah. Kwam Yasha'Allah. We still got next. All praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Bring it out. HOI pull-up, boys. All praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Everybody have a blessed Shabbat, blessed weekend. Oh, Salakia, Most High will, we see y'all in D.C. this weekend. Starting today through the whole weekend. We see y'all in D.C. Shalom Kazak. We see y'all in D.C. for the 4th of July. 4th of You Lied, Esau, rebuke this Sunday. If you're in the D.C. Metro area, the DMV area, Maryland, Baltimore, but Maryland, Virginia, or D.C., or anywhere near North Carolina, South Carolina, goddammit, Atlanta, drive on up to the D.C. rebuke in July 4th in front of the White House. If you come in, if you Israel with another doctrine and you plan on coming to confront HOI, you better come correct. Your ass better come correct. Because don't come to us with no foolishness trying to kill us when the damn White House is right there. You need to be trying to get at Biden. All right? And I digress. But don't come with no BS because your ass going to get dealt with. We're not playing with y'all. So don't come to the camp with no BS. All right? Come in order. If you want to have a righteous spiritual debate, fine. But if not, leave us the hell alone. We don't want to talk to you. We have nothing to do with you. So don't come to us with that BS. All right? Don't come to no camp. But we going out there to teach our people and rebuke Esau's kingdom. So don't come with stupidity. You got a disagreement. You want to righteously and orderly discuss something. Then do that. If not, kick rocks. We ain't got a damn thing to say to you. All right. Now don't say that out of pride or ego or negativity. It's just, it is what it is. All right. But anyway, I digress once again. Kwame Ashala, we still got next. Hallelujah. All praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Shalom. Shabbat shalom.